Okay, so Jan, you asked me to see what I could do about creating a painting like the one that you had purchased. I've put it on my iPad here. I'll go ahead and paint it uh, without much conversation so that it can be quite quick. The one challenge is there's a lot of layering in this card, and that means the paint has to dry before you can put the next colors on top, on top, on top, and that takes time. I have a heat gun and I'll try to use that to expedite that. Um, the other challenge comes with this card is when I'm painting it and trying to get the process done, it's kind of a card that just evolves, and so it turns out as it does just in the process of painting it. So we'll just give it a go and see how it all turns out. I'm gonna quickly see if my heat gun is plugged in, which it looks like maybe it's not. Oh, let's just try it. Oh, it is. Okay, so we're ready to go if we need the heat gun. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead. I'm starting on dry paper. My paints are spritzed, and I'll just begin. I started with no pen lines, and then I have added the pen lines, and so you'll just kind of see how that process all comes about. I won't do it exactly, follow the card exactly, but we'll give it a similar look. And in my mind's eye, this type of flower, I'm often driving, and they're like little, I call them little sunflowers, but they are more on a, there's much more greenery. They're not on a single stem. And so in my mind, that's what I'm painting here. I don't know if you have those flowers where you are and you see them as you drive or not. I'm not aware of that. At this point, I'm going to change my brush size and just bump it up a little bit. This one retains the water and color a little more, so I'll be getting a little more in a brush stroke. Oh man, looks like my pen is not anyway, it's starting to run. It shouldn't be that doing that, but so the position and placing of the colors is just organic, and it just flows. It's kind of just is where I feel like I may want to add some color, but there's really no right or wrong. It's just your own choosing. So with that said, saying there's no right or wrong, there is no right or wrong, but the intent, and when I decide where I'm going to put my flowers, is kind of a compositional choice for me, and decision is where I feel like it will look the best. And that's kind of where the organic part of it comes in, and you just kind of go with what you feel and what you see. One thing that I kind of do sometimes is, and again, I said that this is a certain kind of flower that I see, and so the characteristics of it are in my mind. It's on a bush rather than the stems, like I had mentioned, and so if I squint my eyes and look at what I'm painting, then I can kind of, it simplifies it, and I can see where the lights and darks are, and that helps me decide where then I want to add more lights or more darks. It's a little too much water. So I hope this is kind of starting and helping you to just kind of get a little bit of a feel for it. I set my timer on my other phone here, and there it goes. It's just heading off. That was a 15-minute timer. I didn't want this to go too long, but I hope this is kind of giving you a start. What I'm seeing now is I'd like to bring in some more greens, and give it a little more depth with the greens. And so I'll do that on top of some of these colors that I've already got put on here. and I've just glanced back at the one that that I painted for you that you've purchased, and this one definitely has more strokes to it. And that's the beauty of, I don't like art to look exactly the same, but whether it's as pleasing to you or not, that's always a question. Okay, I'm bringing a little more down here because I didn't want the composition to all be there. And then I think the next thing that I would do is a little bit more of a dark navy, and then I might come back in with a little bit more pen. So Jan, I hope that kind of gets you started and gives you a little bit of an idea how that card all evolved. I'll come back in, like I mentioned, and do a little more pen. I can see that I would do that. I wouldn't do everything in pen, but add some of it. Okay, Jan, hope this helps you, and let me know if you have fun doing it. Thanks. Bye-bye.